You guys ready to tackle a brand new problem? If you want to code along, make sure to hit the link in the description below. It's time to pop our daily dose of code.
Alright guys, this is a problem which we've already tackled before, letter combinations of a phone number, just a couple of videos back. But I've come across a really interesting alternate way to solve it, which I want to share with you guys. And it's a really creative solution. It just goes to show that, while you're coding, you can always find better and more optimal solutions. Now, with that being said, let's get straight into it. Guys, I've already explained this problem in depth before. So I'm just going to explain it really quick right now. If you want, you can pause the screen and have a look. Essentially, we've got to map these numbers here to these alphabets. And we can see 1 and 0 have no mapping. So we are given a string from 2 to 9, and we've got to list all the possible strings they can denote. For instance, if we were given only 5 was our input string, our output would be JKL. 5 can represent either J, K, or L. If you wanted to send a message to someone, say you wanted to say hack, the number you'd send to them would be 4, 2, 2, and 5. That would be HACK. However, 4225 could also represent GACK, could also represent HABJ. Like that, we've got to output every single possibility that number can denote in ascending order. And here we're given an example, 6, 8. 6 can represent MNO. 8 can represent either TU or V. So all possible combinations are MT, MU, MV, NT, NU, NV, and OT, OU, OV. Now, previously we solved this using recursive function calls, but there's a really interesting alternate approach to solve it. What we're going to do is initially we're going to have a list which is empty or an array which is empty. Now we're going to run a for loop from 0 till the length of our input string, which in this case is 2. So initially our for loop is 0 naturally. As long as the length of the string inside our list is equal to I, we're going to continue. So right here we can see there's an empty string inside, its length is 0, and our I is 0 as well, since it's our first iteration. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this empty string and we're going to append every possible character that the ith character in our input string maps to. The 0th character in our input is 6. 6 maps to MNO. So to our empty string, we're going to add M and put it in our array, N, place it in our array, O goes into our array as well. And we're going to have to delete that empty string from the beginning position. That's our first iteration. Now, when we hit our second iteration, I is 1. We can see each of these strings are of length 1. So we're going to have to repeat this exact same process for each of these strings. Essentially, in each step, we're taking one of these numbers and we're printing out every single possibility. 6, if it was standalone, could only denote MNO. Now 6, 8 together, after this step we'll see, can denote all of these characters. Now if we had another number after that, we'd be able to denote all possible 3 letter strings that those 3 numbers could denote. So we were here, MNO. We begin our second iteration, meaning I is now 1. We go from the top. M is also of length 1. So we're going to append every possible character that 8 maps to M. 8 maps to T, U, and V. So we append MT, MU, MV to the end of our list, and we delete the M from the beginning. This is essentially a queue where we're removing from the beginning and we're placing in at the end. Now we've got N and O. N is of length 1 and I is 1. So we've got to delete this N and add NT, NU, NV. Similarly, O is of length 1. So we delete that O and add OT, OU, OV to the end. And that's it. That's the end of our iterations. The resultant list will be our answer. If we were to have another character at the end, let's say another 8, now I would proceed for another iteration. I would now be 2. So we take each of these 2 long strings, we delete them, and instead we'd add TUV to the end of each of them, giving us MTT, MTU, MTV, and so on. And this is how you code it out. So initially, naturally, we're going to have a mapping. 2 translates to ABC, 3 translates to DEF, and so on. Our result is initially going to have an empty string. So while the first element in our result is equal to I. I is initially 0 and it goes on until we reach the end of our string. So in this case, it will go to 0 and 1. What we do is we store that first character and then we delete it. Pop 0 means we're deleting the very first element from our result list. Next, we get the mapping of the first character. In this case, it's 6. So this gives us MNO. We iterate through each of those M and NO, and we append that to our temp, which was an empty string initially. So after the first iteration, we're going to get MNO. After the second iteration, we're going to get empty MUMV, NT NUNV, OT OU OV. Finally, it's a simple matter of returning our result. Let's see if this works. Let's hit compile and test. Now, as you can see, every single sample test case has been passed. And once we hit submit, it's been accepted in a pretty good time. So guys, that's how you solve this problem. I hope you like the solution. I hope you like my explanation. If you did, make sure to hit the golden trio, like, subscribe, the bell icon. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts down below so we know where to improve. It's been Vivek Kollur, guys. I'll see you all next time.